Look at this crab. Look at the dark, the rusty belly, dirty crab, original claws. This is what dreams are made of. Well, I'm here on Chesapeake Bay. I'm gonna do a Maryland crab steam. We got corn, I got some shrimp here. I'm gonna do it, you could do it all in one pot. I like to put my crabs in this little bit bigger pot, but I'm gonna use all the same water. I'm gonna make special water. Water, we like to say water down here, hun. I got some beautiful crabs right here. Beautiful stuff. Some giant males, I got some giant females. Getting this water boiling. We're gonna put a little bit of vinegar in there. Put a Yingling. I know everybody's saying you should be putting a Natty Boh in there. Well, guess what? Natty Boh's made in Milwaukee now. The Guinness ain't even made in Balmer no more. Flying Dog, Dogfish Head have all sold out. The oldest brewery still up in PA. And I am a little partial to it because I went to school up there in Lancaster. Here's to all my Pennsylvania people. Appreciate ya. I got some garlic crab. I got some black crab. Probably use them on my shrimps. USA domestic only. These are Gulf shrimp or North Carolina shrimp or Georgia shrimp. If it says anything but the United States on it, do not buy it. And the vast majority of shrimp that you're going to see in the grocery store, especially if it's cheap, is going to be India, Indonesia, Vietnam, Thailand. Garbage. Do not buy it. It is trash. It is raised in horrid conditions. It should be called swamp food or pond food. It's certainly not seafood. This is seafood because it was caught in the sea. I'm gonna put a little JO number 2 in my water because I like to. Ain't scared. Ain't scared. I like that little bit of flavoring in that water. I'm gonna put these shrimp in here. We're gonna cook this good old Maryland white corn. Put that anywhere. Work around that top. I've already done a video on this showing you guys how to clean that corn. And I was wrong, they're not tassels. I made a mistake. It's silk, okay? Look at that, silk free, okay? If your corn has any yellow, if it's yellow, if it has spots of yellow, throw it away. This is it. I'm just kidding. Whatever corn you got's good. Except for probably that frozen stuff you guys eat in Louisiana. Shame on you. We're gonna fold this corn. We're gonna fold these shrimp. And then we're gonna steam these crabs. There is no way on earth I'm gonna put any crabs in this water. Unless maybe somebody wants to pay me, you know what I'm saying? Hey, just kidding. Ain't boiling no crabs. I'm gonna cook this corn first, then I'm gonna cook these shrimp, then I'm gonna put that water in this steam pot, and we're gonna steam these crabs, and we're gonna have a good old Maryland on the Chesapeake Bay crab feast. Look at these beautiful crabs right here. I got some ginormous crabs here. Humongous. There's a monster 7.5 incher in there, original claws. I got some good old corn. Look at that JO there. Got some corn here. Look at them crabs. Got some big females, giant females. She's got to be 6.5, 7 inches or so. Big fat number 2, smaller males. I got the old freckle crab, if you guys seen that reel. It's old Captain Luke Tube's twin right there. He's a little freckly, you know what I mean? Well, I like 8 minutes on my corn. It's gonna be good. Get that nice and incorporated, you know what I'm saying? Steal that from Barbecue with Big Jake. That's a good channel right there. You want to see some barbecuing, check him out. That boy got it going on. Now to boil these shrimp, I got this corn, vinegar, Yinling beer, and JO all mixed together. We're gonna drop these shrimp in. This water is good boiling. I'm gonna drop these shrimp in. Because them shrimp are cold, that water is gonna stop boiling. As soon as this water starts to boil again, we're gonna pull these shrimp off. That's it. That's all it takes, is that little bit. Give them a little stir. While your shrimp are boiling, getting up to a boil, I'm gonna hit this corn. with some butter. J.O. garlic crab. And you heard it here first. Put that right on that corn. Don't get no better than that. I think we're there. Water is boiling again. Now we're gonna pop these shrimp out. They're gonna be super easy to get the shell off. Awesome way to do shrimp. They're gonna have a little bit of that seasoning in there. I don't know how long that was. A minute and a half or something, 2 minutes. I don't know what it was. Something. You see they're all nice and red, perfectly cooked. These shrimp were $14.99 a pound. They're 10, 15 Gulf shrimp. Now, you could pour some of this water off if you wanted. You could drop your strainer in here. You could put half a dozen or so crabs in there. You know, whatever. Did I just lose my thing? Oh man, I got stuff falling apart here. Oh boy. And you could keep the same pot, only dirty one pot. I like this bigger pot. I got a few extra crabs to cook here, so I'm gonna put the bigger pot on, but I'm gonna use this same water to cook these crabs with. Fix my little colander strainer here. I'm gonna pour some of this water in here. It's already hot, boiling water. Then, I get rid of this. I'm gonna put this on my hot plate. We'll get this water back up to boiling. And then we're gonna cook these ginormous, dark, dirty, rusty, males and females, beautiful crabs. There is nothing better than Maryland crabs. These are the Wagyu, the A5 Wagyu of seafood. These are it. These are what everybody wants. Now we got our water boiling. We are gonna steam these crabs in that amazing liquid. Dirty, rusty, small males. Beautiful crabs. These crabs are amazing. I like to put them on the bottom in case they get a little boil on them. We got some ginormous females. Big, beautiful crabs. I got the spotted speckled crab. This is old Captain Luke's twin. This right here is where it's at. Dark, dirty, rusty, speckled crab, amazing crab. This crab is gonna be jam-packed full of meat. It's not burned, it's not covered in oil or something. This is what you want. I got this cool chocolate crab too. Look at the color difference between these two crabs. You can see green crab, chocolate crab. Can anyone tell me why these crabs get chocolatey? I have no idea, just maybe where it lived. Big ginormous female. I'm gonna hit these crabs with that J.O. If you're not familiar with J.O., it's probably because you don't live in Maryland or you don't steam your own crabs, you get them from a crab house. That crab house is using J.O. They're not using the other seasoning. They're using J.O. Or they're using their own blend made by J.O. So, either way, you're eating J.O. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. It ain't gonna hurt you. It's gonna do nothing but make it good. All right, showstopper right here. This is a 7.5 inch Maryland dark, dirty, rusty, original claws. This crab is what it's all about. This is what makes Maryland great. It's crabs like this. Hit them with that J.O. We're gonna steam these crabs for about 25 minutes. That's all it takes. You're gonna see that yellow mustard. You're gonna taste that J.O. Well, I am. I mean, hey, I feel bad for you. Go buy some crabs, especially after Labor Day. Crab prices will be coming down. Watermen need to move crabs. Demand. The summer is not over. Pumpkin spice is not started yet. The kids are back to school, I know, but eat crabs. Help them get adjusted to school by eating crabs. Well, I got my steamed crabs here, 25 minutes in a steam pot. Got this giant crab right here, over 7.5 inches, monster crab, still steaming hot. Look at that extra shell building in there. This is gonna be an absolutely stuffed crab. I got my shrimp here. Typically, I would boil my shrimp and then eat them. And while the crabs are steaming, I would have eat my corn, eat my shrimp. You can see how easy. That shell slides right off. That would make Stale Cracker proud, you know what I'm saying? Now on these shrimp, there's a multitude of seasonings that you can use. I'm not going to get into an argument about that because shrimp ain't our thing. Crabs are. For me, on these shrimp, it's going to be JO number 1, black crab, or garlic crab. JO. Amazing seasoning. You can order this online, check them out. Goes great on corn, shrimp, anything that doesn't need the salt, like the JO number 2 for the steamed crabs. JO number 1 on everything else, JO number 2 on steamed crabs. Everybody who shared our videos to other sources, we appreciate you. Huge help. We're getting more views. Thank you. If you haven't hit the like, subscribe button, please do that. Now these Maryland crabs are literally, I mean, you can't get no more meat in them. You can't even get them out of the shell, they're so packed. Big giant back fin. Look at the pieces of meat. Unbelievable crab. Amazing crab. I like to use a knife when I pick my crabs, cut all them knuckles off. Now let me show you the secret. Right there, that good old yellow mustard. That right there is what sets our crabs apart from the majority of other crabs. That yellow mustard gives these crabs an amazing flavor profile. I think that's what the culinary people say. I don't know, I ain't one. Giant, giant chunks of meat. Amazing taste. I like my crabs hot, and I like my crabs cold. I don't like them lukewarm. I would eat them with Luke though. Pick some crab meat, clean one of these Gulf, beautiful 10-count shrimp, eat some good old Maryland white corn. Amazing, amazing feast. To say I'm blessed would be an understatement. One of these big crabs, you can even pick out the little legs. This is what you eat when you're eating snow crab, king crab. That body meat has a very different taste than the leg and claw meat. Giant claws. To get a hammer to break these, they're just too hard. The size of that shrimp. That's a 8 count there. Beautiful stuff. Gulf shrimp or no shrimp. Little butter, little JO. That's where it's at. Like old Big Jake would say. You want me to send some good white corn, some crab meat, to barbecue with Big Jake? Reach out to him. Tell him we hook it up. The best shrimp. Domestic, North Carolina, Georgia, Gulf of Mexico, Louisiana, Texas shrimp. These are the best eating shrimp on earth. Chesapeake Bay has shrimp in it and is an upcoming fishery. Most people don't know that. In the next 10 to 15 years, I would assume we may be shrimping in Chesapeake Bay. There's a fishery in Virginia. Now these females, look at the size of this giant female. I mean, this is a giant 7.5 inch crab. She's probably 7 inches across the shell. Beautiful female. Look at that shell inside there. She don't have any eggs yet. Those orange sacs are the ovaries. You pick all that out, or you can eat it. A lot of people say, I don't eat females. I never eat females. If you've eaten a crab cake, crab fluff, crab imperial, crab pretzel, more than likely the meat on there, if it was domestic, a lot of times it's from Indonesia, it's Venezuelan, it's China, because it's cheap and they cover it in a bunch of spices, mayonnaise or whatever else. You can't taste the difference. But if you're eating domestic crab meat, the vast majority of domestic crab meat is going to be females. They pick the cheaper crabs, the small males, the females, because they get the cheapest crab and they can keep the price of the crab meat down. That's how I do it here in Maryland. I jokingly say it's the only way and the best way. when I catch the crabs and I do the work to cook them, it's gonna be the best. Your crabs are probably, almost as good. I'm just kidding. Thanks for watching, and as always, get the